Acne Productions.
Are you ready to go?
Are you kidding me? Look at this thing!
Dude, what is that?
I don't know. I didn't eat greasy food. I didn't eat chocolate. I don't even know where it came from! No, I don't want you to get it too!
So, here's a scoop on acne. First off, it starts 2 to 3 weeks prior to the actual pimple being formed. Even though it seems like you wake up the day of something important and there's a pimple right in the middle of your forehead, it doesn't work like that. And believe it or not, acne is not transmittable from one area on your body to another or to other people. So here's how acne forms. First, it starts deep in your sebaceous hair follicles, which in each follicle, sebaceous glands produce sebum, which is the oil that keeps your skin moist and pliable. As your body system produces new skin cells, the old cells die, and in this process, they mix with your skin's natural oils and then fall off. Under normal circumstances, these cells are shed gradually, making room for new skin. But the huge but about it is not everyone loses skin cells the same way. Where the problem begins is when skin cells don't shed evenly. When shells start to shed unevenly, they stick together and they form a plug, called a comedo. This is what starts the formation of acne, which traps oil and bacteria inside. The hair follicle that is plugged up, a lot like a cork on a bottle, begins to retain the sebum produced in the sebaceous glands. Your body's white blood cells then swarm to the bacteria that are being contained, and they form what we know as a pimple over a process that actually takes 2 to 3 weeks. So now we're all curious, and we want to know where this acne comes from. Because believe it or not, it doesn't come from chocolate and greasy foods, as many like to assume it does. There are actually 5 huge culprits that form the nuances that we suffer from every day. The first of these 5 are hormones. We all know that hormones begin at puberty, when the body begins to produce androgens, which are male or female sex hormones. This natural part of the human body's development requires the sebaceous glands to enlarge. This process can stop at the age where your body finishes its complete adult development, or, if you are a sufferer of sebaceous glands overtaken by androgens, it can carry on throughout the rest of your life. Second is called extra sebum. When the sebaceous glands are overtaken by androgens, it produces extra sebum. As it moves toward the surface of the skin, the sebum mixes with the common skin bacteria and dead cells that have been shed from the follicle. Then, the presence of extra sebum in the follicle clogs the pores and creates what we see acne. Third is follicle fallout. Normally, the dead skin cells in the follicle shed and rise to the skin surface. This is where the problem occurs when the overactive sebaceous glands cause these skin cells that are already dead or are on the verge of dying to fall out in a process that is more rapid than normal. As these cells mix with the sebum, the dead cells form a plug in the follicle that prevents the skin from completing its natural renewal process. The plug is then what triggers the bacteria in the skin to be contained. This forces the white blood cells to congregate to that point of the blockage, as I mentioned before. Fourth, we come to a bacteria. This is originally called Propionibacterium bacterias acnes, or the peak of culmination or development derived from the Latin word. This is part of your skin's natural system, and it is a resident in all types of skin, male or female. Once a follicle is plugged, the bacteria begin to multiply rapidly, much like a cancer cell. This then creates the chemical reaction we know as inflammation in the follicle and the surrounding skin. Fifth and finally, we reach inflammation. Inflammation is when the excess bacteria begin to be recognized in your body. Then, the white blood cells are sent to the point of the bacteria. This process is called chemotaxis, or otherwise known as the inflammatory response. This response causes your pimples to become red, swollen, visible, and painful. Even though the inflammatory response is different for everyone, studies show that it is especially strong in adult women. This reason is why many women continue to suffer from acne well after their teenage years. So now we have all this talk about where acne came from and how it forms. Now we want to see the two most common forms of acne that are noticeable in daily life. First off is whiteheads. They are called closed comedones, and they appear as small whitish bumps on the skin. They come from the accumulation of sebum in the skin's pores or lesions. These lesions then form whiteheads because they aren't exposed to the air. Next, along with whiteheads, blackheads are the most common form of acne. They are created when a skin follicle gets plugged up and pushes through the surface. They are also called comedones, and they are caused by the overproduction of oil. When it is exposed to the air, it turns black in color and sometimes yellow. This is because of the buildup of melanin. So, at this point, one must have to wonder, what can I do to treat acne, and how can I prevent it from occurring again? Well, everyone's acne is unique to themselves, and what is really important in the treatment of it is the active ingredients in the products used, and how they work together against the cycle of acne. Whether it be targeting the acne bacteria itself, keeping the pores clear of blockages, or simply reducing inflammation, all can be successful. Remember, there aren't any overnight cures, and acne just doesn't go away. We have to realize that there are numerous treatment options for curing acne. They vary from simple benzoyl peroxide, from pills, to laser acne treatment. But one of the most common over-the-counter acne systems that is efficient and works very well over time is called Proactive. It combines real medicines with soothing botanicals. It is strong enough to kill your most stubborn acne, but gentle enough to use every day, even on the most sensitive skin. It directly targets the root causes of acne, which are bacteria, oil production, and dead skin cell buildup. It heals and soothes acne-prone skin. It was developed by leading dermatologists, Drs. Katie Roden and Kathy Fields. Proactive clears existing blemishes, treats inflammation and redness, and it prevents new breakouts before they start. The Proactive process includes 3 steps of the treatment. First is a microcrystal benzoyl peroxide. It features smaller, finer particles that are designed to quickly penetrate the pores and start killing acne-causing bacteria on contact. The tiny exfoliating beads gently remove dirt, excess oil, and dead skin cells to help keep pores clear from clog. Second is the alcohol-free toner, which helps remove the impurities and extra oil produced by the skin. Finally, a medicated lotion that gets deep into the clogged pores faster and is on an oil-free formula that is safe for your entire face. So, we've gone through acne, how it forms, where does it come from, the kinds of acne that we see, and how to treat it. But there's one thing that we haven't covered yet, and that's preventing acne from occurring again. The best treatment involves a consistent daily routine that combines gentle cleanser and exfoliant with medication to open the pores and heal blemishes. It is the only way to both treat and prevent acne, no matter what conditions or symptoms that you have. Although there is no definite cure for acne, at least not yet, there are more treatment options ever that you can use to prevent this. First, you can wash your face every day and every night, and in between working out, to prevent the excess oils from your skin clogging your pores. Also, you can get moderate sunlight exposure to dry up the extra sebum on your skin. If you use sunscreen, don't. It doesn't allow enough UV light to get through to the skin and just adds excess oil.
Not working. Some irritation's gone, but it's just not coming off. I use this and this, but none of it's working.
Maddie, here's some Proactive. Why don't you try this?
Hey, it's working.
It's done here. You ready to go out now?
Yes, finally, it's gone.
Acne Productions.